Hey you guys, it's Maymay, and we're continuing with Christmas in July. And today I'm featuring this gorgeous die set from Honeybee. This one is called Cathedral. It's a lovely layers die, and it's absolutely lovely. I cannot wait to do it. I want to do a Christmas scene, so I thought I'd bring you along. So let's cut out the pieces. So you might have seen me use their nativity die recently, and I did this same thing when I first got started. I cut it all in white so I could kind of get an idea for what it is. And honestly, I feel as though you could cut it in white and color your pieces to be whatever you want them to be, and you wouldn't have to do different colors of cardstock. I actually have a pretty monochromatic look I'm wanting to do with this one because I just want it to feel kind of black and white with some Christmas pretties on it. So I'm going to lay all these out and see how many of these I can use just in the black and white. One thing I love that Honeybee does is they give you these designs that you can print out or reference online as you go. This is such an easy way to kind of see what all the die cut pieces are. And I know it looks intimidating, but this one really isn't that intimidating. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this image to decide what I want my church to look like. Because like I told you, I want it to be pretty monochromatic here. And then I'm going to cut the pieces based on that. I like to have these reference pieces. I don't know if it really helps. So these I'll put into my die container so that if I want to just kind of lay things out and kind of see, let me show you what I mean. I'm using these Hero Arts containers. So I'll put these pieces in a little bag and put them in here. So whenever I go to make this again, if I want to reference, I can. I don't know why I think I need that, but it just feels easier to me to be able to kind of look like, here's the church. It goes like this. And then we can add the steeple in whatever way we see fit. Here's the little stairs. I don't know why it makes it easier for me, but that's what I'm going to do. So now using this image, I'm going to design mine and cut the pieces. So if I've done my designing correctly, these are the pieces I'm going to need. And it looks like a lot. It is a lot of pieces. I don't think it's as hard as some of the layered die sets I've done, but I want to show you kind of how this came about. I only ran my die cut machine 4 or 5 times through. That's it, to get all of this. It wasn't like I was constantly running. I just load them up. Matter of fact, the black pieces you see, that was 2 passes because I did 2 pieces of black, loaded them all up and cut them. So that also means I have extras of these that I can use next time. Over here on the white, I ran this first so I didn't have to do it again. And then I ran one more white through so I could get these guys. So yeah, like 5 passes, maybe 4. Not bad. Okay, let's start assembling. Now for me, there's one thing I noticed that I want to do. I want to emboss the church itself in an embossing folder. And I want to put something behind here as glass. Okay, so let me show you what that's going to be. I'm going to do it this way. I could even just put them in my scoreboard and just score lines on them, but I think this will be easier. So let's see how it turned out. I think it's going to be fine. Like I said, I just want texture, and I'm not too concerned about what the texture is. I just don't want it to be super flat. So let's look at it. So we've got the body of the church here. This is the little steeple piece, and these are the side pieces. And see, that's beautiful. That works perfect. You can't even see it. I'll hold it up. So that gives you an idea. It looks like it matches, but it really doesn't. But that's okay. We got texture. All right, I'm going to cut something. I don't know what I want to go behind. I don't know if I want acetate or like a light yellow color. I want it to feel a little light. So I'm going to cut something to go behind these windows. So I think it would be pretty to put vellum behind those windows. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to be back there. So I'm just going to cut a strip of it to put behind. That will cover all of the windows on this one. And then I'll just do those individually and I can cut off the excess. I just think that'll be pretty back there. So there's the first one. I'll do the others. Now I'm excited to start putting some of the color on. Let me show you. These are really, really pretty to me. They make such a difference, these little angles, because it's what really gives the roof the pitch. And it glues on just like this. And you see how it kind of makes it feel so cozy with that little pitch there. So I'm going to glue those on. So I'm still using the reference photo. Now I'm going to do these two pieces here. Now I did something a little different. Do you see that there's like a second color here and then a different color for the peak? I didn't do that. I'm just going to do little black versions of that instead of doing the multiple color. So I cut two of these guys. I'll bring them here so you can see them. And what I need to do is apply the little crosses to the top. So you do want to make sure you have the embossed side facing out, and then I'm just going to touch it with a little bit of glue to that little cross. So it's not really hard, it is dainty. Just get that guy mounted like so. Then this I'm going to mount right behind my piece like so. So again, I'll apply some glue to the back. And then I find it easy to just pick things up. So there's that. And I'm going to do that to the other side. Now, as I'm building, I think I'll do my windows. And these two here go in here. So what I'm going to do is apply the glue. Actually, let me do a little test run and see where I need to put my glue. So they will actually glue to the outside of the window. So I'm just going to use this fine tip and just kind of scratch glue around this window, trying to avoid the vellum because it might show on the vellum. I'm not going to light behind this church, so I'm not too worried about that. But if you were putting lights behind it, you might definitely not want to get any glue on your vellum. Then I got some there, and I'll place this guy into the glue. And if that is too fiddly for you, try it this way. Apply your glue to the back of your little piece. Okay, this little guy, he goes right here, and he has a perfect little spot to fit. So you're just going to run glue across here. Glue him down. And then this little guy, this is where I made a little mistake. I didn't have to put vellum on that top piece there because this one lays over it. I didn't realize that at the time, but this guy's just going to lay directly on top of that, just like this. And the peak kind of goes up into the little kind of steeple area. Now I'm going to take these two little pieces that kind of look like lampposts. I think you could use them as lampposts somewhere else if you wanted to. And I'm going to put my church together with them. So I'm going to lay these guys like this beside each other. Then I'll place him right over this seam from bottom to top. And that's going to kind of act like tape for me. Now, in the image, it looks as though they mounted the sides a little behind, like a little under the church. I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to keep everything kind of the same height. So when I put it on a card, it won't be quite so dimensional. So, but you could make it dimensional. Y'all just know me and I don't like everything too thick. So I'm going to do the same thing with this guy on the other side and glue the whole piece together with it. These two little peaks have little pieces that go on top of them. On that little peak on the top, I've got this little cross that needs to go there. So I'll put a little glue at the very tip top and pick that up. Once I have it picked up, I can squeeze it into place. I'm going to do our other little window pieces. Now I want to do my door a little different. I want the door to be red, but I want the peak to be black. So I'm going to cut the peak off of this guy. I actually think I'm going to cut the door out itself. I was just going to cut that top piece, but I think this will be pretty to just sort of inlay the door. So you'll see here, so only the door will be red. I like that. this gets glued down. There are a couple of fiddly bits right down here at the bottom. There's two little black caps that go here, and honestly, you could skip them, but I think they're going to make a big difference, so I'm going to use them. Look how beautiful that is. I just love it. And you see how you can see through the vellum? So if I did want to do light behind it, and it might, now that I've done it, you never know. Let's set this one aside for now and keep working here. Let's put together some trees. These are not as hard as they look. These look very, very fiddly, but they're actually laid out in such a way that makes it pretty easy. So at the top, you're going to put some glue at the top of one of your trees. You just place this little guy on at the top. Then you just sort of work your way down. They're trees, so they're pretty organic, so you don't have to be perfect here. And there you go, tree number one. For the second tree, I'm going to apply glue all the way up. This glue will dry clear so you won't see it even through it. It just makes it easier to assemble. Then you just plop these guys on the stem. Also, I feel like I did the trees backwards, but I don't think it's 100% that important. But I did mine based on the picture. Let me show you. I was looking at the picture, and it looks like this one is the one that has the branches, and this is the one that has the straight. But I'm thinking these might look good on the branches as well. But just do what feels good to you. All right, couple more things. I have some stairs to apply. And some shrubs. Now, I mounted my stairs behind. They mounted theirs in front, but I wanted my whole door to show, so I just did 2 stairs. Now, there is a long, thin black piece you can put behind here or cut it in green to make it like grass behind. I did not do that. This is what I was going for. I'm going to put it on a piece of cardstock so you can see it. Okay, so this is the die complete. It is not made how I want it yet. I haven't put it on a card or done the final work with it because I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. I kind of think I want to put light behind it, so I think that's another video. If you were on my live show on Tuesday when I was showing these new products in our store, these are not new. They're just new to us, the honeybee line. We're carrying them now in our store at maymaymadeit.com. So if you want to pick up this die set, you can do that there. But I had mentioned as I started to put these dies together, did you want me to film the process? And you all said, yes, please. So there you go. This is my interpretation of this die. And this may be the second one in the series. I'm not exactly sure because I've been filming as I go. So just be watching for these to come out so you'll know how to put them together. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be looking out for this guy to appear again. I think he's so pretty. All right. Till next time. Bye now.